All right, let's talk about Smash Bros. That's right, it's Smash Bros. Time. Which again, we never thought we'd talk about. God, this is actually crazy, but basically, Smash Bros. Our Lord and Savior Sakurai, it's not even an announcement. He just kind of just talked about it. That it is a quote. Data gathered from all over the world shows that Brawler's most effective character wins matches 51% most of the time, while the lowest win rate sits at 47%. The other 85 fighters land somewhere in between, meaning the unbelievably big roster is pretty much evenly balanced. And he's not. That's insane. A roster with 86 characters, and you have that like a 4% difference in margin, or difference in percentage. That's crazy. Like, it's basically a perfectly balanced game. Thanos somewhere is just like, what? Perfectly balanced?
He's like, he did it? Sakurai?
Sakurai did it.
Balanced everything?
Like,
that is so incredibly... I don't even know how you get there, right? And even, like, with Sora releasing, like, as the last character, and then they only had, like, what, 1 or 2 patches after Sora, and you still managed to do that? Like, Smash 4... What was it? Sephiroth was the last or Cloud was the last character, and he was like broken until the end of time.
Right.
Yeah, Smash 4 was like a balancing nightmare for some reason. When they just were like Bayonetta was she had an instant a 0 to death. Brawl had Meta Knight, who was also like a 0 to death character, and he could also time you out. But it's just crazy. They'll like, have you thought like there's no other fighting game where it's that perfectly balanced?
No,
I mean,
there is not. Maybe
Mortal Kombat 7, but beyond that, is there a Mortal Kombat 7? I
can tell you right now, there has never been a single Mortal Kombat game where it's been balanced that well.
Oh, really?
There has never been one. There has always been like the top 3 or 4 like fighters that you see, and those are who people play, especially in the older ones. Balancing and patches non-existent, because it was all like arcade and cabinet, and then like even when the MK9 they started doing like online tournaments and stuff, like certain characters were always going to be broken, and then they nerf them into the ground, and then they don't do any balancing. It's like, oh, it's too strong, okay, nerf it. Well, now it's unplayable. Keep it where it is. Nerf something else instead.
With George being the resident, what's it called? What is that? We just talked about it. I keep thinking King of Fighters.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. Thank you. I don't know. I was thinking King of Fighters, but our local Mortal Kombat resident here. I only wanted to ask you because I figured you had a fair amount of knowledge on the history of Mortal Kombat. But to be fair, I don't blame devs when it came to arcade cabinet fighting games not being balanced, because like there was no way to mass test out, characters, and what Street Fighter did to remedy this, they just put out a new version of Street Fighter 2 with Street Fighter 2 Ultra. It's like Street Fighter 2 Omega XD edition. They would, that's how they'd fix it. But everyone else, they were like, okay, well, broken character, leave it, whatever. We'll just come back to it at some point, and they never did. But for Smash, and the game's not getting updated anymore. So like that, who has the highest win rate then?
I think they...
Did they say in the article? I don't think so.
No, I don't think they did.
Quick, so look it up. It's important. I'm gonna have to assume it's King K. Rool. I'm throwing it out there. I think he is 55% win rate. He's got the throw. He's got the gun.
I feel like you're not wrong.
What if it's Kirby? I'd be so pissed off. Kirby actually is a tilt pick. I couldn't stand Kirby. He just like down throw, forward air, suck, dive bomb, hit with hammer. When you were a menace with Kirby, you actually were, and you really were a menace.
Right.
It's just
I can't find it. Maybe Derek
can't find it. Yeah. Derek, you find it?
No. All the
what do I
articles
pay
are
you
just
guys
talking
for?
about said it, and then
I literally pay you guys pesos on the dollar for information, and I get nothing.
There's an article from a year ago that says Steve has the highest.
Oh, I totally believe that. Steve's a monster.
The highest pick rate too. So yeah, that probably makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is from obviously a year ago because it's showing win rates down to 37%, and that is not according to Sakurai. So, that was 2 years ago. My bad.
Oh,
the one I found. Yeah.
Man, I love to know how he did it, you know. But maybe because there's not like a super amount of tryhards in Smash. Maybe it's because like everyone's just kind of chilled out.
Game. Don't forget, it's a party.
It's a party game. Everybody's meant to have fun.
It's easier to balance a party game than a fighting game. Duh. I only assume that like the play testing he did being chained to the desk for so many hours, like he must have just sat there and they balance tested him like crazy, every character that came out. Which like, I mean, I guess the nice thing too, right, is that like, since this was like in a whatever that big word is, a
culmination.
Like, yeah, everybody was there, right? They've had like 4 games prior to like know what all of these characters can do. So like a lot of that was just like all right, port it over and like adjust the damage rate that this does or this does. And then as new characters came out, they could use that as like a baseline to like what someone's, down smash should do versus like Donkey Kong or something like that. So
I love Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong expand Donkey Dong, as I always say. That was gonna be a tattoo for I was thinking. Expand Dong.
That's a pretty good tramp stamp.
Tramp stamp?
Dude, yeah. I would get that. That's a pretty good tattoo. But I mean it's insane too, because this is like the, biggest roster for a fighting game ever, right?
Oh yeah. Well, it's a party game, so is it really the biggest roster?
Oh, true.
Yeah, it's a party game, guys. If Sakurai hears you say it's a fighting game, he'll hurt you. He'll hurt your family. He'll find you.
So how is he going to do that when he's chained to his desk still?
No, they let him free.
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, no,
yeah. Well, he's done with Smash.
Oh, I feel the air. Oh, I can make a Kirby game with no new real mechanics, but just better
and then
co-op.
He like walks outside and like opens his phone and sees they announced like the Switch 2. He's like, oh no.
Oh, I'm so happy you mentioned that because that's actually something I did want to talk about. No,
but he's just like, oh my god, no. They're gonna do it again.
Where's the article? No, there was an article I saw that
Dragon Dime comes out in October. That's what you wanted to talk about.
No, stop
this. Versions of all our favorite Dragon Ball characters.
No, it's I saw someone on Twitter post it, but they found in the source code for or just in the code just the back end code for Mario 1000-Year Door. There is code in there for it to run in 4K, which is very interesting.
Don't tease me like that. Don't tease me like that.
I'm just saying,
because
like,
if anybody's going to give us 4K 60 frames, it's Nintendo with their insane optimization. And honestly, I could see them being the first. Out of everybody else, they could be the first to do it. And that just means if they do port Smash over, it would be 4K 60. And that would just be so amazing. Oh my god. I think the game would just like rejuvenate. It'd come back. They would do more DLC for it.
I don't think it was completed though. They found like a couple like lines of it, but nothing like the super like if it just worked, it would work. But like the fact that it's in there, it's just like wow. Why did you do this? Why would you have this? Why would you reference 4K in your code? You know the Switch is basically akin to a potato. Why would you? You know,
right? Like what? You're not hiding it.
but the Switch, the let's just say we'll call the Switch 2. I mean, even if it had PS4 like power, it's 1,000-year-old door, right? Like it's a remake or a remaster, not remake of an old game that's 2D. You know, I feel like it's not really that.
That's the problem. That's the problem too. Is like Nintendo would do it just because. but like we don't really need it for like Nintendo games, right? Like I'm fine with just 1080p 60 frames for their.
Oh yeah, no, I've lived with that now. I've accepted that. At this point, I don't even care if it's 4K, if it's 8K. I know Sony wants to go into 8K, and it's just terrible. But George, you have my old Switch. Would you like a 2K Switch?
I mean, a 2K Switch might be nice, but I don't think it's necessary.
I just want to shout out Matt for donating $20
Oh,
during the
what
podcast.
Up? Thank you.
What a
Thanks,
hero! Wait, that doesn't get a sad horn. There we go. I almost hit sad horn. That was close.
It popped up on my end. Did it pop up on yours?
I don't even want to talk about it. I'm just gonna get pissed off. I can't. Look, I can go on a whole tangent about how this. Anyway, look. Anyway.
Anyway, 4K.
If a 2K, portably, I don't think a Switch 2 would be able to run 4K because you know how loud those fans would be. They'd be like jet engines.
Especially in portable.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like holding it. You're like no.
It'd be like a little heater. It'd be like like you're cold. Like we don't need to pay the heat bill. I got this. You know, like just put the Switch exhaust.
Here,
Switch
baby,
exhaust.
I'm booting up Tears of the Kingdom.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to mention that. I thought it was really interesting. Like, I don't know why else they would have it though, right? For 2K, you know.
I don't know. Why put that in there if? I mean, maybe that game it is just easier to do 4K because it's not very
right
demanding normally, right? So
I mean, it's a side scroll, right?
Technically, yeah. Yeah, it's not 3D. It's not Mario 64 or anything. It's just like a
George,
picture. So
you're older than literally all of us combined.
Yeah.
Did you play Thousand Year Door or any of the Paper Marios?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Are you gonna get the new one?
I've been thinking about it, but it's not gonna be my on my nearest radar. Maybe like a little ways out. Gotta balance some funds after moving, so make sure I can afford to live where I'm moving because I kind of just said, yeah, we'll do it.
Afford to live? You're a jokester now? I guess afford to live over the 1,000-year-old door that every Nintendo fan has been creaming over. I've been asking.
I still need to buy the new Dragon Quest monsters, man.
Dragon Quest monsters.
Yeah. What was it? Dark Prince or whatever?
Yeah.
I never heard of such a thing.
We covered it.
It's that one Rob was playing.
Look, you're asking me about the past. I don't remember the past. I only think about the future.
It's like their version of Pokemon, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
You do like monster capturing
and breeding and stuff like that.
Because Matthew donated $20, I have to respond to this. Give me a 4K Pokemon Stadium. They're not going to do Pokemon Stadium. I mean, we all like to think about how amazing that would be, but realistically,
give me an eShop that works and Switch Online games that work.
Pokemon Revolution was basically Stadium, right?
Technically, it was like Stadium 3 for the Wii.
Right. Okay.
It just sucked. I don't know.
Really?
It just fundamentally sucked.
It's just I don't think they'll do a Stadium game again because the new Pokemon games just basically are Stadium games, but with an adventure to it.
Right. You know? It has that 3D battle that was the hook of Stadium.
On the other hand, if we actually had a Pokemon Stadium dedicated game, then maybe it wouldn't run like dog butt because it wouldn't have to worry about loading any assets other than Stadium and Pokemon.
Maybe.
True.
Right. And then, big brain here, they use the games on their emulator that they have, they have the original Pokemon games on the emulator now?
A good majority of them.
They don't have any of the base games.
Oh, really?
They don't have red, blue, or yellow on there now.
No.
Do they
have Pokemon Pinball.
Oh, Pokemon Pinball!
Stadium 1 and 2. Pokemon Puzzle League.
I thought they.
Oh
are you
yeah,
sure?
VR Yu-Gi-Oh game. Oh my god, Nintendo, get in that market, dude.
They already are the Nintendo Labo. Remember,
Dude, yeah,
VR.
give me Yu-Gi-Oh VR Labo edition.
That's what they need.
With the
Yes.
cardboard dual disc.
Yes.
And I
Okay,
can play my cards on the dual disc.
Look, I know we all have our nostalgia glasses on, but let's be realistic for a second. Yu-Gi-Oh is so fast paced. You'd be like, this special summon, Fields.
Why is your arm so red? What are you doing in there? I don't know. I'm dueling. No, if they do it, I would want them to limit it to honestly like the end of 5D. That's where I would want it to end. So
right. No, I look. I think VR is just a failed gimmick. Isn't the PSVR like a failure now? The second one, anyway.
It's like better than the first, but nobody bought it because it's way too expensive. It's just like an overpriced
It's like $500, right?
gimmick. Yeah, but like the whole gist of VR is just like an overpriced gimmick that like I don't know isn't perfect still. So that's why nobody's buying into it unless you have like stupid money.
Anyway, I'm hoping for a Christmas present from George. I don't want to. I don't want to say it's the Valve Index, but it's $1,000. So I'm hoping.
It's the Valve Index Plus.
Oh,
Don't worry, I got you.
Perfect. I don't want Nintendo to go into VR. I want them to just keep doing what they're doing, but with a better system. Like you don't need VR. Right. Don't do this cardboard crap like that you dropped.
Oh my god! Please don't do it.
Although bring back amiibos. Let's. I don't know where you stop.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you know how much money they would have made if they had 1,000-year door amiibos?
Oh yeah.
That's what I don't get. Nintendo. I've always said Nintendo hates the easy money. Right? How long did people ask for Super Mario RPG to get remade? And then they were just like, oh, by the way, here it is one day. Same with Paper Mario. And then, capitalize on this stuff. Make the amiibos for them. People will buy the amiibos just as a collectible figure. Like, that's what I don't get. Nintendo just hates easy money.
You know what they could really do if they really, really wanted to make easy money? On top of amiibos, right? Like, yes, make the physical amiibos because people love them. People love to collect them. But so many people bought those Animal Crossing amiibo cards. They could do amiibo cards, but do booster packs.
Ugh, I hate those cards. I hate those things. I spit on them.
Yes, but that's your thing, right? Like, there are people who love them and will buy them. I'm
not trying to be condescending. People actually want to buy those cards. I thought those was a spit in the face.
No, I know a few people who have several and bought multiple booster packs of the Animal Crossing ones to try to find the perfect
rare
villager that they wanted on their island for their aesthetic.
Wait.
So yes.
I got the Ghost Rare Llama! Oh my god! The Ghost Rare Llama!
I got Jinzo!
They were really booster packs? It wasn't like just so
yes.
They were like actual card packs. You like had to luck out and get the ones you wanted.
Okay, you know what? If they like those cards, then so be it. But I like figures, not dinky little cards that you scan. Okay. You know what? That just made me angry. Anyway, Smash, perfectly balanced. That's what I want to.
Perfectly balanced as all good things should be.
Exactly.
Other games,
I am clapping for Smash because that's impressive.
Oh yeah,
right.
I mean, here you go, Smash.
Well, I guess we should say like the gist of the article too is they like Sakurai went through in depth about like balancing Smash, and the article is saying like why can't like all games just do this like now? And it's like true, right? Like why is it such an issue for a lot of these games that, especially like Call of Duty, for example, with all of those guns and stuff? Like, why is it so hard to balance things? Like, I understand some things need to have a sense of power if you like work towards them, but otherwise, like, there's no reason not to.
I don't want to call you stupid on stream, but you got to remember, their whole team is just on making goofy skins. There's one guy on the balance team. His name is Fred, and he's just like, What do I work on this
Everybody
week?
else is putting Gundam suits on the Call of Duty guys.
That's
right.
actually
How
kind
could
of
I
cool.
forget?
I mean,
It is. It is dope.
It is cool, but not enough for me to go back to Call of Duty.
yeah, I almost got suckered into the Godzilla skins until I saw what they were trying to do with the Kong, and I said no. Oh, by the way, with Sakurai, I'm not sure what this interview. I don't think so, since they don't say it. But they were working on having, I think it was like Dolby Audio or like Dolby Vision in Smash.
Wow.
No, but here's the thing though. The reason why it didn't they didn't implement in the game is because they would have been legally obligated to put the logo in the loading screen when you start it up. And they were like, and he says how like, oh, that would have been 1 second of logo, but when you times that by like 100,000 different players, that's 100,000 seconds that people lose playing Smash. I'm like, that is based. Holy crap!
That is such a alpha move.
That's insane.
Just
Like,
nope.
Nope. Yeah, no. I'm not putting 1 second logo because everyone's gonna lose that one valuable second.
That's one frame they lose. Getting 3-stocked by a 12-year-old online. I can't take that away from them.
I just think that's insane. Like, what a for a man that's just chained up making Smash and Kirby games. Like,
he's still holding out for us. He's still like, nah, no Dolby, get it out of here.
He probably wanted it because of the music player. You know, you're like bumping. You know,
that would
like
have been so nice. Though. Yeah.
Okay, but one last thing before we go about Smash. Please, like, just give us like a download code for every song you've made in this game. A download code, not a CD. Like, just give us like or a playlist on Spotify or something. Give us something, man. Come on, it just hurts. Okay, it's like twisting my nipples, man.
Nintendo makes amazing games, but that's the extent of it. They never give us like that +1 that we always want, right?
What are you talking about?
It's
Remember the Mario collection had their soundtracks in the game? Remember how cool that was?
Right, a music player in the game. Like, why am I going to sit on the main menu and listen to this? Like, come on.
Oh, I jam out all the time to it. I'm just like, yeah. And, you know,
Is that your editing playlist? When you're just editing videos, you just have that playing?
Oh, there's sometimes
it's
where I
actually
like
just Toad screaming for 24 hours on repeat.
I do listen to like video game soundtracks when I'm doing stuff that like I don't need to listen to the words of the song to enjoy.
Yeah.
It's a good time. That's how I studied in college. Okay, that's all.
Good time.
Good time.